Alright, this game doesn't need much of an introduction because the internet celebrated like everyone had just struck jackpot when this game was announced. But I believe it's time to talk more about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and their implications for the Pokemon franchise going forward. What's going on, good people? In today's episode of Game Watch, we will be discussing everything we know that has been confirmed in this highly anticipated duo of Pokemon games. First things first, if you haven't already played Pokemon Legends Arceus, I urge you to give it a try, as its ventures into the fully 3D exploring and adventuring was a resounding success with its addictive gameplay loops. Arceus was a fully featured, content-rich Pokemon game that was an incredible deviation from the traditional formula, but one that left nearly all who played it wanting more. In a surprise to literally everyone, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were announced just a few months after Arceus landed, with the words, releasing worldwide in late 22. Like, oh my god! Oh my god! 3 main Pokemon games in the same year? Sign me up. Although very little is known about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that's been confirmed, let's dive into what we do know and what we can hope to see when the games fully release later this year. First things first, we need to address that the new 3D format established in Pokemon Legends Arceus will indeed be making its return in Scarlet and Violet. Instead of going to a familiar landmass many years in the past, like Sinnoh is to Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet instead will be exploring an entirely new region of Pokemon. A region that seems to be full of geographic diversity, ranging from serene plains dotted with windmills, to the rugged coastal areas with villages nestled near its cliffs, to more tropical coastal areas, along with vast deserts, with many more likely to come. What is so exciting about this is that it looks like the time period set for Scarlet and Violet is that of its contemporary siblings in the series, as we can clearly see some modern landscaping practices, along with a Nintendo Switch clearly visible in the trailer when the trainer is visiting his home. During my playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus, I was hoping to see Game Freak try to tackle a more modern Pokemon tale with the systems and designs of Arceus, and it looks like my calls have been answered and then some. In addition to the game's 3D design, it looks like Game Freak are promising the transition between cities, towns, and routes to be seamless, with perhaps no load screens. This is a huge game changer, as if this were to be completely implemented, expect to see incredible vistas where you can see vast amounts of the game world without ever having to reach a loading screen to travel around the world. Let's hope that this remains true, and I am sure we will see some gameplay of how this game looks in the coming weeks and months leading up to its proposed launch later this year. Speaking about the world of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it looks rather similar to that of Spain and Portugal, as we can see here with brief glimpses of the game's map. Just as Pokemon Sword and Shield were to conceptualize Great Britain, and Pokemon X and Y were to France, to name a few, it looks like Game Freak have chosen the warm and arid regions of Spain and Portugal as the focus for this next outing. This is all the more apparent with the naming of the 3 starter Pokemon that we can see here. The grass Pokemon named Sprigatito definitely has a Spanish flair to it, as Ito refers to something that is small, while the fire starter, aptly named Fuecoco, has its fue stemming from the Spanish word fuego, which means fire. I don't see any link with Quaxley to the language, but I think it's safe to say that we are about to see Game Freak's conceptualization of Spain and Portugal. But that's about as much speculation I'm going to say here. If you want to look at various leaks and other rumors, there are various YouTube channels out there that make incredible videos on these kinds of things that I recommend you check out. I hope we get to have all the incredible gameplay loops introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus present here in Scarlet and Violet as well, like the systems governing Pokemon collecting in the field, traversing the varied landscapes with the Pokemon mounts, item crafting, dynamic weather effects, numerous side missions, and more. I hope these new games have a greater focus on battling trainers more often, as that is likely going to be the case as Pokemon trainers are commonplace in modern Pokemon titles. Expect to catch plenty of new Pokemon along with many classic Pokemon in this entry, hopefully rounding out a sizable roster of Pokemon to catch. I am extremely excited for this Pokemon game, seeing as how great Pokemon Legends Arceus is, and the promise that this is a more open world Pokemon title. I couldn't be more excited for the new direction that Game Freak is taking this franchise. But what about you? Are you excited about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Which versions will you be picking up, and what are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below, and please do me a quick favor and slap that like button. That really helps me get this video out to as many people as possible, and if you like what I do with my videos, consider subscribing to the channel. I post Game Watch episodes like this quite often, as well as reviews, discussions, and more surrounding all the latest and upcoming games in the industry. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope to see you fellow Pokemon trainers in the next video. Peace!